Hello. Am I here by myself? I think I'm here by myself.
Crap.
I'm
I
not here
forgot
by
to add myself in.
Hey!
Here I am. I'm just like yarning away, and I forgot to click myself into the stream.
I've got to say, it's the first streamer that I've been invited to where I'm the only one there.
Oh, I was here.
First streamer that I've been. Oh. This is terrible. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, how you
I
going,
added
Jules?
you before I added myself, and I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right here.
Oh, this looks
So,
better. Hang on.
so yeah, as I was saying, I was just kind of sitting here, just doing usual stuff, and
That's better.
Luna popped on, and it was just synchronicity because our thoughts kind of lined up. We're similar, and I'm pretty sure they're different, but I think there's some similarity in there.
Well, this
Yeah,
is like, yep. Yeah, there is
yeah.
similarities there. We're
I
all similar.
mean, last week was I don't, and I am, and I think a lot of others have felt it too. I was yarning with a couple of other people. Everybody's tired and drained, and things seem odd and out of sorts. So I actually did my chores this morning. I showered, threw on the console for games, and I put on the headphones. And that's why my hair looks so bad, but that is what it is. So
Oh,
in my relaxation, I was having some thoughts. I did my usual listen to the countdown, and I heard this song, and it's like interesting. That's like modern times. Like Lawyers in Love from Jackson Brown was a song that got me thinking. And I mean, in the song, it mentions World War III. I mean, that's why I was kind of late getting here because I pulled up the lyrics to it. I closed the entire window instead of the tab. So that was my fault. Um, but yeah, bear with me a second, and I'm going to pull up the lyrics. I'm not going to read the entire song, just a couple of sentences of it, which actually got me thinking and got us yarning tonight. So hang on just one second.
so this is off the cuff. Because I woke up and Jules was sitting there at night, and we're sitting there, and we just felt like doing it off the cuff. So here we are, off the cuff, and we're talking about the world needs. We all need more spiritual support. Jules mentioned the veil is lifting. Yes, lifting, disappearing, or the ability we have the ability now to see and feel through it. Whatever way you want to put it, it's happening.
Yeah, so I found those lyrics. If you guys will indulge me for just one second, and I'm gonna those words that I was thinking of that got me thinking.
It's okay. I can
It
keep.
starts out, I can't keep up with what's been going down. I think my heart must just be slowing down. Among the human beings in their designer jeans, am I the only one who hears the screams? And then some more of the lyrics are God sends his spaceships to America, the beautiful. They land at 6 o'clock, and there we are, the dutiful, eating from TV trays, tuned into happy days, waiting for World War III while Jesus slaves. And then it has the lyric, the chorus to it. And last night I watched the news from Washington, the capital. The Russians escaped while we were watching them like Russians do. Now we've got this bloom. We don't need got the room. And I hear the USSR will be open soon as a vacation land for lawyers in love.
Wow.
So that I was listening to that, and then I got to thinking there the craziness and the veil thinning is what's stirring up all this cosmic debris, cosmic energy. That's I feel why a lot of people are run down. They're just spun out. They're not their usual selves, and it's hard to it's a sickness that's hard to describe. for me, it seems like it's kind of like a spiritual sickness.
Okay. So I can give you a kind of idea what's happening. And we all knew this was coming. And like anything, we know it's coming, but when we're actually in it is another thing. When you look around, what it looks like when you're in it is different to what it looks like when you see it coming. So, like I said, you can call it the veil thinning, the veil lifting, where our energies are vibrating higher so you can see through things you didn't see before. Whatever way you want to put it, it's happening. Now, a lot of people get I'll just put it all straight. They're looking the wrong way. So they're looking outside themselves for what they need. And I've noticed people are either in one of two realms. You're either in the news realm, where you're stuck to the news and everything that's happening in the world, you're up to date and you're living in it. And if you check yourself, you're probably not real comfortable and full of love and peace and harmony, and you're probably not even in your center because you're outside yourself, and what you're looking at is chaos, trauma, fear, all them things. It's nice to know what's happening in the world because you need to keep your heads up, but don't live in it. Like every day, some people I know do, and everything they talk about is that, and it's like, oh, these are other things in this world at the moment. The other lot of people like us are living in a beautiful world, working on making things healing and stuff. But some of us are still looking outside ourselves for this healing. Everything takes place in here. There's sayings like, what's her now? I can't think. Anyway, all right. So you've got to look inside, basically, and all the work that everyone should have been doing all their lives. A lot of us have got there and gone, oh, look, I haven't done this and I haven't done that. So what's happening is it's been internalized. So any fears, insecurities, even if you're not true to yourself and you've been bullshitting to yourself in some areas, all that stuff is coming up for review. So when the heavenly bodies are moving around and they emit these energies, they hit us and filter through us. And if you haven't got inside and sorted out all that stuff in there and come to peace with it, it'll shake it up for review. And that's what's happening. And what it's different for each person, because we've all been through different things. Where some are similar, some are different, but we've all been through different things, and they're all coming up for review. And if you're not settled with them, it'll shake you. Mm-hmm. You won't know how to deal with it because you haven't gone in. Some people won't even recognise what it is. But I like to think that all the good hard workers out there that have been working all this hard, diligent time, we have been working hard. And if it's still happening to you, it's just the remnants. Like, when you got a checklist and you go over your list, you might do it 3 or 4 times before you make sure you got everything done. A similar thing with us. We'll go through it, right? Is there anything we missed? Some things need a bit more attention and have to be gone through a few more times. Other things, because we're living at the same time, like while we're doing this inner work, you're living, you're going to work, you're getting up, you're looking after your family, whatever it is you do, you're still living. And as we're living, there's influx of new stuff. That's why at the moment, if you listen to the news and all that, it's not really going to do you a good favour because you don't really need that kind of stuff. Life has its own stuff in general, work, family, friends, pets, the whole lot, right? So the minimal drama you can put in your life right now, the best. So if you're watching stuff that causes you drama or upset, stop watching it. Give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself. Right, I'll just take a little break there, Jules.
No, I mean, you hit it completely on the head. That's what I did today. Last week, it felt busy, way busier than I thought it was going to be. And I mean, I sat down and I analyzed it and I thought about it, and it's like, why did it seem so busy? I mean, logically, it was my work situation that made it seem so busier. Yeah. And as I ended up going in, and it's a long story, but I ended up working 2 half days, but still, I only had one full day off this week, which was today. So I totally did all my stuff. And then that time in between just releasing, playing simple video games is when it's like,
No, yeah,
It's
something
like
nullifying.
it's like, this reprieve. I don't have to, I'm not, I can relax, I can unwind, I can empty these thoughts that I've been carrying around for days.
Yeah, you got to empty out. It's very important to empty out. That's part of the work that you do inside, is get rid of all the stuff you don't need anymore, empty out so you can achieve that chill.
Yeah, I refer to it's my spiritual space.
Yeah. And whatever way you do it, like in the old days when we didn't have electronics, you would have went fishing, or you might have went and had tea with your friends, you know, go for a walk. There's all different sorts of things. Like we do different things now to what we used to do. And a lot of us try to do the old things still, which is a good thing. But I found very rarely, but I do it. I play one of those games like Candy Crush or something like that. I do that because it, like you said, it shuts out everything else, and it helps to center me. I only play it for an hour or two, but just if I can play it and I'm good at it, and I'm like, I haven't lost it, I know I'm still centered. If I play it and I'm bad at it, it's like, oh, I need to center myself more because my focus is off and everything. And if I'll play it a bit longer, it'll help bring it back a little bit. That's just a modern way. Another way I'd do it is I'd actually go down the river and go for a walk and do stuff down there.
No, I mean, but you're analyzing that. You're actually right. I noticed today playing. It's like, what am I doing? I can't. I've got to. I can't. It's a simple driving game. I mean, all I have to do is literally push my thumb in and steer. And I couldn't stay concentrated. I couldn't stay focused because I had these thoughts that it's like, and then once I just took a deep breath and realized they are what they are and sorted them out, then it was like,
Yeah.
this is why cutting off electronics, getting back in tune with yourself, resting, they do your soul so much and your energy levels too. I mean, rest and letting the chaos go is it's there. And it does, you've got to use your discernment and know when it's too much.
Yeah, because there's different kinds of tiredness. You got physical tiredness where you've physically done stuff all day and your mind's quiet and happy and your body's like, I just want to sleep. Then you got mental tiredness where you've thought about stuff all day and your body starts to feel the pressure of the mind. Yeah, and you're tired, and you'll find that that's when you have trouble sleeping. It's when it's a mind one. When it's a body one, your body will just go to sleep like that. But when it's a mind one, you'll have trouble sleeping. I do have a little meditation for that, and I should put it on I will put it on.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think when we do, we're sorted out. But since we're always on each other's channel, so we'll figure something out. This was just again off the cuff and.
And what is it? If you don't see it here, you'll see it there. And then there's the third kind of tiredness, which is emotional, where it pulls on your mind and your body. And the best thing to do is sleep it out. Some people can exercise it out. I do sometimes. I jump around and pump it out of my body. And it's just energy. Basically, it's energy, and you need to shift it. It's any energy that's stale is not good energy, or any energy that's stuck anywhere in your body is not good energy. And regardless of what it is, it needs to move. This world is about moving and constant change. And that's what we're in, a change right now. We're in the change.
Yes, and I think just in the past few minutes, just sitting here and yarning with you, I had the thought, your fingertips are the extension of your heart chakra. And with all the illness and things that have happened in the past 2-3 years, that stay away, do not touch. That's like taking away a way to convey love.
Yes, I've noticed that too, Jules. I saw that straight off the bat. I went to community centre and they're giving me the elbow. Now, where I come from, that's a martial arts movement, right? And they point the elbow at me and I'm thinking, huh? Like, what's this? And then come back to this world, the chaotic world, and realise, oh, they're pumping elbows. I don't like that. I'll tell you something. I don't know how many people know this, but you actually have energy that exudes out of your elbows, and you can actually pull it out like this if it's stuck. And when they wanted to touch elbows, I felt really uncomfortable, Jules, because that's like a personal energy thing. How many people touch your elbows? No one, really. You might touch your own, but not many people touch your elbows, right? And here they are doing this elbow thing, and I'm thinking, what, you want to do martial arts? Or then I'm thinking, that's my energy. I don't want you touching that energy. That's, if you look into this energy, actually, if you pull like that, you'll feel energy. You'll feel it out of your own body. It'll like clear stuff. And then I realised no one hugged each other.
Oh my God, that was so hard.
Then they look at each other. Oh man, it just got worse. And I'm thinking, well, this is no good. They're leading you down. They're leading you straight. It's all a trick. It's a trick to take you away from your heart and your spirit. It's a trick to disconnect you from your sovereign being and trick you. It's like a salesperson, tricking you in a bad product. Don't touch, don't do this, and you can't do that. You can't do, yeah. You get the gist of it. And at first I couldn't talk like this about it because, like everyone else, I had lots of emotions. Just the lack of common sense and things like that really took me for a six. But we're all balanced now. Hopefully we're all used to what's happening and ready for the next round, because the next round's going to be a beauty. And I hope everyone's been training up, clearing themselves, getting their energy strong, making their heart strong, sorting out all their personal stuff so they work clearly and the energy comes through clearly, because Creator's got our back. And if you're not connected to Creator, or people say God, but I don't like using that because there's little gods and people get confused. People that are connected, get yourself right. If you're not connected, strengthen your connections if you are. That's how we arm ourselves for the change. Then there's another level, Jules, because as these things change, more and more people will start seeing things and stuff like that they never saw before, and that can be quite shocking. And I know there's people out there besides ourselves that have been prepared for this since they were young. And part of our job is to help others understand what's happening and what, if they see stuff, hear stuff, feel stuff, whatever, that we can help them. That's part of our job. So you don't have to go out of your way to do it. It's in your neighbourhood, it's in your family, it's in your friends.
Yep.
Do it. If we all do it in our own reach, we'll cover the whole world. That's how I see it.
Yep.
And doing stuff like this. If you're listening, tomorrow you're probably listening. Well, it is tomorrow, so then you were here with me, right?
Yep. And if the next impromptu is on your channel.
Yeah, I'll get that sorted out. We've been really busy. We've got the birthday run. I've been baking.
Yeah.
We've been baking cakes.
Yeah, those cakes turned out fantastic.
And I showed you the picture. Yeah, it turned out really beautiful. Talented family I have. So that's been busy. It's been a good distraction and a good break too, away from everything, to just get in the kitchen and make these beautiful things and create.
And for me, I tend to, when I'm in that zone where there's something that I need to let go, something I need to address, and I know it's going to take time, I'll put it off. And in the meantime, I'll do more work. I'll just keep busy until I literally exhaust myself. Yeah. So it's like today, it's like this morning I woke up and it's like, all right, I know what I've got to do, this much, and then I'm going to take some time to myself. And it was, and putting my foot down with myself was the best thing that I did, because just listening to music makes me think, and then hearing words that when I was younger, I didn't pay much attention to it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there, but for some reason, that song, just with the way things are kind of shifting, just kind of brought that up. And I thought about the veil and the veil thinning, and the veil thinning is bringing what's all this chaos.
There's a few things happening. Now, everyone's aware that there was an energy coming, and society and that would have us think that this energy coming is a bad thing. It actually isn't. It's a good thing. It's for us. The reason they're thinking it's a bad thing is because they're on the wrong side of the line. And as we know, when you send love and beautiful energy to someone that's angry, one or two things will happen. They'll either get very scared or very angry. Sometimes they'll break down and cry. That's the better way to do it, but they'll react to that beautiful energy if they're not ready for it. So if you imagine that energy is coming upon us, they'd be acting, they're running scared and angry, and that's why they want you to think it's going to be a horrible thing, because for them it will be, because they've got bad intentions. And when you've got good intentions, it's good intentional energy that's coming. You're gonna love it. We're all in for a big surprise. Even all the psychic workers and the healers out there and everyone, we all know this is coming. We're still going to be surprised, because like I said, what you see coming and when you're in it are a little bit different. And when you're in it, it's like the pool, it's a hot day and you've got this beautiful pool, and you're looking at the pool and you go over and you get in it. It's even better than what you thought once you get in. It might be a little chilly, but then you get in and it's like, oh, this is beautiful. More than you imagined when you were going to the pool. So it's kind of like that.
I mean, apart from grounding, are there any other in meditation? Are there any other spiritual tools?
Yeah, I'll just quickly go over grounding and meditation, because some people think that you just have to go outside and stand there and meditate. Well, actually, you don't. You can garden. You can just go for a walk on the ground with no shoes. That'll ground you. You can just lay on the ground and enjoy, all those things. They're all grounding things. You don't have to intentionally do something to be grounded. You just got to get out there on the ground virtually. Take off your synthetic stuff. That's something I noticed, Jules. A lot of the clothes and shoes we have these days are synthetic, and they cause a lot of static electricity that is not really good for us, because it can arc us up and put things out in our body. So we have our own energy. Yeah, again, important reason to ground. You can walk through, how sometimes trees bow over and you walk through them and they all touch you all over? You can do that. Take your shoes off and walk through the bushes and let them wipe everything off you. You can do that grounding. Meditation, some people can't just sit there quietly because they'll fall asleep. Hey, like we learned the other day, the monks drank coffee to stay awake so they could meditate.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're tired and you need to meditate, just sleep would be the better answer. If you're not tired and you want to meditate, go for it. And there's different forms of meditation. There's a still form where you can just sit there and center yourself and become whatever. Then there's a moving form of meditation, like Tai Chi. Tai Chi is kind of a moving form of meditation. Other ways of moving meditation is gardening, cleaning up sometimes. Some people use that. Dancing, like there's all different ways. Walking, some people might walk and their mind is in a meditative state. So, and don't think because I don't fit in that box of meditation I can't do it. Just go for another angle. And basically it's to calm yourself. So your mind's quiet, your body's quiet, your emotions are quiet, and then you can connect or sort things out. You can use it for a lot of reasons. So people don't really tell you much about meditation. We all just think it's this.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't. It's many things. So other than that, doing what you love, feeling good and enjoying it, whether it be you want to make something, create something, there's a hunter and go fishing, like whatever it is, tailor it to you. Creator knows that we're all individuals, right? So when things come to us, it's tailored individually for us to receive and understand it. So how can I put it? Like me, I can't sit still for very long, so it's very hard for me to meditate and just sit still if there's things going on, but I can meditate and move around and achieve the same thing. So for me, that's a good thing. For you, you've got to find out what it is. You might like sitting still. You might be moving around all day long or lifting heavy stuff, and the idea of sitting still somewhere nice is really good for you. Do it. So some people play games, which I don't recommend, because you're supposed to still the mind too. And if you're playing a game on a computer, yeah, mind's kind of active to a certain point. You want something natural, something away from electronics.
Yeah, mine's usually one of the last things I do in the day, is in between just getting ready to get the day down, turning off or squaring away all the electronic devices. When it's in the darkness, I mean, I will lay there and I will let things go, and I'll just think. And that's when it's beneficial for me, because if I fall asleep, then I'm already in the bed.
Yeah.
And it's just easier for me to meditate when I'm lying down like that.
Yeah, I'd fall asleep sometimes. I've been down the river and done it, and I fell asleep at the river. But it was a nice sleep. Yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes you need sleep not to meditate. And there are things you can do. Like I said, I call it a meditation, but it's not. It's just a 15-minute thing where you go through your body and you just virtually tell your body to relax. And your mind is doing it, so it occupies your mind, it relaxes your body, and when you finish, you feel really good. And I will put that up on my page when I get a quiet moment here and talk you through it. And you can do that anywhere. You can do it anywhere you want, because it's just you telling your body inside your thinking. All right, what else? Upgrades. Everybody, for the last couple of years since all the craziness started, you probably realise that you've been upgraded at least 3 times in the last few years, 3 or 4 times. We've all been upgraded, so it doesn't matter where you were spiritually, you've been upgraded anyway. Perhaps to the quick steps that we've been getting, if you're not quite ready inside, will shake you around too. So when you get there and you've got the wisdom and that to look back and go, oh, I can fix that in myself now. So that's happening as well. It's quite chaotic. It's like a symphony orchestra that's got to its main part, and it's all loud and all the instruments are playing and everything.
Seems like everybody's got to get all tuned in.
Yeah, exactly. And we're all getting ready for this beautiful song that's coming. And they want me to tell you, so there's a little scenario. So you can take 2 people to the bush, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can walk them up to a scenery where there might be a pond, or it might just be the end of a cliff, and you get this beautiful scenery. And then 2 people are going to see 2 different things. One person will look and go, oh, it's nature, yeah, that's nice. And there's a house there and a kayak down there or whatever. Then the other person will see something totally different. They'll go, oh, yeah, it's nature and it's embraced me. And it's like they'll be sent to another world where the kayak and the houses don't exist anymore. The person they come with isn't even there. And they're just immersed in the nature, and they see something totally different. As for life, we are the same. And when things change, we are the same. So if someone near you is seeing something different, it's okay. They'll get there when they're ready, and they'll see what you see. But by then, you probably seeing something else, and they're only just where you are. And that's okay too. Be kind to them, and have patience with them. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's like they're looking at a big bed of flowers. They see everything, but they're not seeing the bee that's there in the flower bed.
Yeah, and the little ladybug, and how they're all singing together, and the little bird that's in there as well. And if you keep looking, there's probably more. There's a wondrous world. And as a metaphor, yes. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies lately.
Oh,
and not just like regular dragonflies. They're like big, and they have like double wings, and it looks like there's like a clear section in it. It's weird. It looks like racing flags on the dragonfly.
Yeah, I love the dragonfly friends. And you'll notice that too when you're in the right place. You'll notice the insects and the animals and that they'll come closer to you because your vibration's high and they'll actually trust you. And you'll reciprocate that trust. And they'll come in closer and they know you're safe. That old saying about animals and that, sussing out whether you're a good person or not, is so true. And people think that animals and that are evolving more at the moment, but it's actually us. We're the ones that are understanding more and realising that they're actually intelligent things. They always have been. This is just us that notice. Yeah.
They have been, but humans are the only animals that cry.
Oh, I don't know about that. I've seen animals shed a tear.
Well, I came across that was a useless tidbit of knowledge I retained that probably needs to be updated. When I see, I have seen animals that have looked like they are crying, but actual physical tears falling down, I can say that I haven't seen, but I don't doubt it. I don't discredit it.
Yeah, I don't think we watch enough. I think when they observe, like if scientists observe, it's all clinical. There's no love in it. You want to see them in their natural way. Like something I noticed, when you bring up an animal, it does mimic their owner. If that owner's got full of love and stuff like that, and you pet their animal, and it's going, oh, you're so lovely. That's because the owner's lovely and instilled all that love. Like my cats, they never wanted to get on screen until I was on Jules' show, and my cats are like, I like that lady, and they're trying to get through the screen to see you, Jules. And I'm like, what? Because they're usually shy.
Roxy has given up hope getting up here tonight. Hey, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Look what I learned how to do, Luna. I can click on comments and put them on the screen.
Yeah, we're evolving every day. Yeah, you can say it. That's funny, but we are, and everything that's happening in the world, they're trying to stop it. All those stuff they're doing is putting us fear and all that. That's trying to dampen us from being ready and open for what's coming. So when it comes, we want to be ready. You know what I found, Jules? You can know about something. It's like doing the shows, right? We know we're going to do it, and it's all good, except for today. For today, it was off the cuff. And as it comes, like the last half an hour or something before the show, that's the crazy time. I call it the crazy time. Anything can go wrong. You get nervous, all this stuff happens. Yeah, it's a bit like that in the world.
Last Friday, that totally happened. I updated my router last Sunday, and it wasn't until Thursday. It's like, wait a minute, Wi-Fi's not working on my phone, and I never added the network back in, and then it was like 30 minutes before we were going on Friday, and I realized that my printer, so I tried to print something and I gave up on it. So the notes that I was going to read, gone. I couldn't like flip back and forth, but it is what it is. It was trial and error.
Yeah, we get there eventually. A bit of patience. And we get there.
So, but I sorted my printer today. I'm up and running 100%.
Cool. You can duplicate now.
I can duplicate numerous times.
Hey, imagine back in the old days, I have a duplicating machine.
Oh, do you remember the Ditto machines before the copiers came out? Like it was this square device that was about this big, and it had the crank. and the teacher would like pull the paper out and like literally make a copy, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Were they the
Those
ones?
those are the ones that, yep, yep, totally, totally. Fast Times at Ridgemont
I
High.
remember them at school.
They're all like,
yeah, you get it, and everyone to sniff it before it dried up.
yeah, the ditto machine.
That's a worldwide thing. Look, I thought we only crazy Aussies did that.
Nope.
Sniff your paper before the dries up. You know, that's like it was like terps or something. What was it? Metho or something like that or something.
And another thing, I mean, this is how long ago I've been in school. I remember when the whole Scantron test came out. That's where you had to use a number 2 pencil and you had to like answer your questions and shade them in, and then they grade it through a machine.
Oh no, I never had that. We were written answers. Actually, we'd have pick A, B, or C. You got a choice answer, or you had to give the answer. I did very well at most of my tests because I had help upstairs, especially multiple choice. I'd go, is it this one, and this one? And if I wasn't sure, I'd go, what's the answer? And I'd hear it in my head and write it down. I got them right, except when it come to maths and they wanted to see, you know, how you have to show how you got the answer. Well, I couldn't do that, and I knew that if I told them how I got the answer, that they'd think I was crazy. So I couldn't show them how I got the answer. I just had the right answer, and because I couldn't show them, I failed that anyway. But everything else was right. So it's called cheating in a way. If you've got spiritual gifts in you, that's actually cheating. But never mind. Yeah, wouldn't you be
back to school season? So that means it's time for me to stock up on all of my office needs.
Oh yeah,
Pens, paper, get it while it's cheap.
get it while it's cheap. Yeah, get everything while you can at the moment, because things are changing. We're going back to make your own. If you haven't got it, make your own. If you've got now,
things are definitely changing.
They are.
And just in the craziness in the news, I can't keep up with it. You know how I will put on. This past week, I was so tired, I didn't even listen to any talk radio before I went to bed. And there was a good one that was lined up the other night on a certain network. They were talking about Soylent Green and an article in the New York Times. And
we had 7-Eleven is some 7-Eleven in Victoria are selling the cricket food.
yeah, I mean, it's I don't know what's coming, but my gut tells me something is coming, and whatever it is, it's going to come regardless. It's been planned all along.
Yeah, it's a bigger plan than us. That's why just relax and fall into it. Let them battle it out, because it's not our battle, right? We know that it's not our battle; it's their battle, and let the energy come and deal with them. You deal with yourself and be the best.
You're absolutely right. It is their battle, and they unfortunately feed on our fear.
Yep. So if you don't want to be in the war, don't be in it. Stop being afraid and walk the other way. Put your energy into the beautiful world. And we all know what that looks like. You know,
definitely put energy into the beautiful world, but also put some energy in yourself.
Yeah, yourself, and become a beautiful human. And if you're not human, become a beautiful whatever you are. So what else? Yeah, there's lots we can talk about spiritually, but yeah, getting yourself right is the most important thing right now, because when you shine, the light shines from you onto others.
Yep. And if you shine, others can find you.
Yeah. And then they'll spark their light. It's like
I had a crazy dream a few years ago. I was with a friend, and we were like in this camping caravan wilderness exploration thing, and somehow or another we got separated from our group, and we were going through this maze, and I lost my friend. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to find you? So everything kind of sorted out. I went back. I found the rest of the group that we had got separated from, and nobody noticed that my friend was gone. So it was just me, and I'm thinking, well, how am I going to find my friend? And so I went back, got on the bus with all these people, went back to our campsite, our lodge, and it was midnight. It was the witching hour. And I looked across the horizon and I saw this white light. And it's like, that's it. That's my friend. So I don't know what that means now, but I kind of had a dream that people have a light. And if it shines, others can find you.
We do. We are. We do. We are. We have. Excuse me. Yeah. We are light. We have light. We are, yeah. In here. Excuse me. 1 second. Smoke.
It's all good. People who I am a judge of nobody.
So when you're happy and you're laughing and you're in a place wherever it may be by yourself with friends and it's like yoo-hoo and you can feel it, right at that moment you're shining. You actually have a light that shines from here out all over like the sun. How shiny that light shines is up to you. Sometimes when you shine too bright, in the old days prior to now, if you shine too bright, it was a bit uncomfortable. People weren't used to it and you had to be careful. Now it's the time to shine bright. We need as much shiny bright people as we can. We need to light this world up. And people, you might say, what light, blah, 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 kind of thing. How can I put this? All right, we'll do it this way. If you shut your eyes, even if the room's dark, you can see light, a kind of light. It's that kind of light. It's not like electricity light or fire light, though some people might see it like that. It's an animating light. You can actually, if you light yourself up right and you sit in a dark room and someone walks in, they will see you glow. So it's visible to the eye in the right conditions. And so in the daytime when you're shining, they actually can't see it with their eye, but they can see it with their unconscious mind, and they will look or they'll feel attracted to that light. And you've probably felt that when you've been out in public and you're happy and you can feel this attraction, that's your light shining. And for others, what it does, when that light touches them, they light up. And then that person will touch someone else and they'll light up, and that's how it works. So you can see they know all about this stuff, and you can see how they've reverse engineered it to give us the opposite effect in society. So and all you need to do is understand how it works, and then we can push forward and light this place up.
That reminds me of Monsters Incorporated.
Oh, yeah, when they screams on the screens.
And then they realize in the end that from laughter you get so much more energy.
Yep, and it's good for everybody. Yeah, that's right. To bring your light up, it's really easy. How can I say? All right, your breath has a lot to do with it. So when you breathe in, you actually breathe in light particles. So the idea is to be aware that you're breathing in light particles and fill yourself up with them. And when you breathe out, you can get them light particles together or anything dark in you, whether it be sickness, bad emotions, bad thoughts, bad feelings, or anything like that, and breathe them out with those. The light particles will virtually clean you out, and you'll see little dark things coming out of your breath because it's coming out of your being. And you keep doing this, breathing in the light particles until you feel full of light. And you'll feel it. You'll feel relaxed. You'll feel happy. You'll feel all those things we were talking about before. And it's just simply breathing. And just to start off with, I would say if someone doesn't know about this stuff, go outside, look at the trees and the light. Oh, it's dark over there, but tomorrow in the morning, the first morning light's the best to do it in. All the light that bounces off the trees and everything, that's the light particles, okay? And the life that comes out of the trees and everything has light particles. So imagine them as little tiny dots. They can be microscopic, they can be big, whatever size you want to be, not too big because they're going to go into your body. And you just breathe them in and they go into your blood and they go into your body, they go into your skin, they go into all parts of you, and then you breathe it out. And you keep, like I said, you keep doing this until you feel that you're full of light. And sometimes it might take a few goes. If you've never done it before, you've got a lot to shift. So you might do it for 3 days, and on the 4th day, you'll feel that fullness. Some people can do it instantly. Everybody's different, but it's all achievable. And you'll feel invincible, kind of, because you're full of light. You won't have to, your world will change, I'm telling you. Just try it out. Another way of doing it, you can sit there and close your eyes and imagine you're the sun and you're shining from all directions and you're like this big. And then as you breathe in and out, you get bigger. So as you breathe in, you get bigger. As you breathe out, you get bigger, and you just get bigger and bigger. And you imagine yourself as a big sun till it gets way beyond your energy. And that's when you'll be full, and you can actually make that go as far as you like.
Yep.
Let's look up the world, people. Come on. We can do it.
And can I quote Carl?
Yep.
When, yeah, I mean, me and Carl and a few others were having a yarn, and we were talking about the sun. And one of the things that I took away from that conversation, and it's absolutely true, is it's so much easier to be a sun in your own world than a satellite orbiting somebody else's.
That's so true. That's so true. And which one are you? Have a look now, check. And sometimes it's not bad to be a satellite. You might want to help someone, but you can help someone by being a sun and shining light on their life. Yeah. And that light, everything, because sound, thought has light and sound. Everything has light and sound. Thoughts, feelings, all that kind of thing has light and sound.
Yes.
So, yeah. Another way of bringing your light up is laughing or saying positive things over to you. I'm full of light.
Have you ever been anywhere where there's been like one moment where it's like, oh, everybody's laughing? It's so nice.
Yeah, I have. I've had a few moments like that in my life. That's how I recognised the beauty of laughter. It was like one time I observed it, everything froze. So it's like you see in the movies. The whole thing froze. Everyone's sitting there, all in their laughter positions, whatever it be. Right? It was kind of funny.
I had one of those moments. I'll let you finish with yours, and then.
Okay. So they're all frozen, and I'm feeling the energy, and I'm seeing it's like gold encrusted energy coming and filling the whole room and coming out of people. And their minds, everyone's mind was like everyone's mind was empty, calm, and in sync. And the light was coming out of everyone was smiling, and I felt the whole atmosphere. I felt everything. And then I realised how beautiful laughter was and the power when everyone is in sync, laughing together. And what I saw come from it was just amazing. It was bloody amazing, I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, it's the best energy ever. It's a great weapon. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation and saying something might not be good. You just laugh. That person will back right off. They'll just walk backwards and look at you and think, what? And all you've done is laugh. You haven't hurt no one. But not the sinister laugh either.
It had to be 1995 or 1996. It was one of those summers in my adult life going to Disney World. And Orlando is a huge tourist mecca. mean, people from all over the world come to Orlando. But I remember the first time in my adult life running Pirates of the Caribbean, being on a boat with people from Germany, people from China, people from America, people from England, people all over the world were riding this ride. And I remember everybody laughing at the same time. And it was just one of those moments that it's like time kind of stood still. And it was, oh, this is nice. This is enjoyable. Everybody is one. And laughter is, in my opinion, science is, I mean, mathematics isn't the only universal language. I think laughter is as well.
I think so too. I remember another time we have what we call NAIDOC Day, or NAIDOC Week, which is a whole week where we celebrate our culture. At the end of the week, we have a NAIDOC dinner dance, and you get a chance to dress up and go out and party. So I was at one once, and it was bloody fantastic. I'm telling you, it was a beauty. And I'm standing there and I'm just looking at all my people enjoying themselves, and quietly inside myself I looked up and I said, thank you, Creator. This is the best. This is what it's all about, right? And right as I did that, the fella next to me, young fella, big tall dude he was, he actually physically yells out what I just said in my heart to Creator. And he puts his hands like this and he goes, thank you, Creator. This is the best thing ever. And I looked at him and I thought, you beauty. It was so perfect, those moments. But it was like that. Everyone was happy. Everyone was laughing and dancing. Yeah, it's the best, man. We should be doing more of it, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's laugh and have fun, like, you know. And you don't have to be out of it, or you don't have to have a beer or whatever. You can. You can. But, yeah, it's just laughter. Just laughter and fun and dance and whatever. We did that when we were cooking the other day. We blasted up the music, and those cakes are full of dancing and laughter. And so I tell you, the cakes we made, and they ended up stacking this high. It was awesome.
Yeah. When I do my baking, I have my magic butt pan and I have my tunes.
Yeah, you got to have it. Or sing if you got no music. Sing. The same sort of thing. Sing. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
I get excited when I get in this room. I can talk forever and ever and ever on different levels. Yeah, but the basic message is get yourself.
I came home yesterday from work and errands and everything, and on my mind, for some reason, I had sun, moon, and stars. Just that's what I was thinking of. Out of the blue, just sun, moon, and stars.
Yep.
And then events would unfold, and I can see how the sun and the moon and stars are all connected, and they spiritually drive us.
In that, when I was talking about breathing in the light, if it's nighttime, you can actually get the light from the moon and the stars as well, because the light's there, even though it's nighttime, it's still there.
Yeah.
So, but we need like a visual. People like visual things or something they can touch, so they know what they're doing is working, kind of thing. You actually don't. You just do it and it'll work. But it's good to have something physical to go by. It goes in better.
Yeah. What I have my little ways of checking myself along the way.
Yeah, good. Yeah, we all check ourselves. If you don't check yourself, you need to check yourself.
Yeah.
Well, where are we going to go now? We've been doing this for an hour.
Yeah, it just seems like we only got on just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, off the cuff, talking about nothing.
No, I mean, but we're talking about a spiritual illness, spiritual unrest, kind of.
Yes.
But it's got me thinking of all those conversations that we've done with Roundtable and Discord discussions, and how they're all connected, and how words are spiritual tools as well.
Yeah. The words are funny.
All those words that we picked are important to how we're going to get through whatever's coming. It's spiritual armor, spiritual tools, and it just kind of hit me right now. Conversation is a tool.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be a dangerous tool.
I mean, it can be dangerous, but if you're connected with the right people, it does raise your vibration.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and if you're feeling down now, reach out to a friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Conversation. And like I said, one light lights up another light. But try hard. I know people that don't try, and it actually irritates me. They like other people to pick them up because they feel like they're getting attention. But you can't fool creator. That's all I can say. Have you ever met one of those people, Jules? They just want attention, so they've got drama in their life all the time. That's not a good thing because you're ripping yourself off and you're just creating more drama for yourself.
Yep. I have known those people.
Yeah, I'm kind of dealing with, they're around. And if you're one of them, please try for the sake of everybody else. Please try hard. When you're in the dark, it's hard to see. That's why your light in here is so important. When everything around you is dark, shine your light. Shine some light on the situation. Bring yourself right up and shine the light. You'll be amazed what you see there. You'll feel better and get a better handle on what's going on. And if there's someone in your life trying to keep you dim, you'll see that. Shine even brighter.
I totally agree.
Yeah. And if it's money and that, like work that's worrying you shine or sort that out too, because it'll put you in a position to see it in a different way and you'll attract different energy. So it'll sort itself out. Some things happen instantly and some things take a couple of days. Some things can take a couple of weeks, depends what area. A lot of people think spiritually, it's instant because we're so used to an instant life, Jules. I was thinking about that this morning. We're so used to an instant life where everything's instant, we get takeaway food, instant, go to the coffee shop, instant coffee, now we've got computers, so everything's more instant. The world reality in the real world, in nature, is not that instant. It can be sometimes, but sometimes it isn't. And we need patience again, where we used to wait for things.
Agreed. So we have Kevin Green in the chat. Hi, Kevin. Good to see you.
You say good to see you. Missed you, man. Missed you. Yeah, so a bit of patience helps. Be patient with yourself and be patient with other people. And I remember when I was a kid, everything was slow here in Australia. It'd take 2 weeks to do anything, a week to 2 weeks. If you went to, I don't know, you got something to do with the electricity company or something, yeah, we'll fix it by next week. So you had a week to do everything. Mm-hmm. Right? It might have slowed things down, but it taught people to be patient. And what do you do while you're waiting? Something else. Yep. Go and do something else. Don't just sit there and wait for that one thing. Go and do something else. I'm talking to myself here. I've been waiting so long. I want to come to America. I've been waiting so long.
Well, I'm hoping America is going to be comfortable. I'm not sure what's going up with America.
We'll see.
I'm just gonna be me and let America sort itself out.
Exactly, yeah.
But I am not going for Uncle's cricket food.
No. And to be quite frank, at the moment, Steadaluna. Us blackfellas here, we got our own insects. We don't want your boxed kind, thank you. We can go and get our own, what we traditionally eat, and they're far more nutritious than the ones you're trying to give us in a box. Because processed food's no good for anybody.
I mean, you do have a point there. I mean, processed foods aren't good for anybody, let alone we're going to eat processed bugs.
Yeah. Microwave ants with chocolate. No thanks. Give me a good chocolate coated witchy grub would sound better. No, but seriously, people, and I'm not a meat eater, a red meat eater, right? But instead of eating pretend red meat, I just don't eat it at all, because those pretend things aren't good for you either, because they're processed. It's vegetable processed. Just
Yeah.
eat vegetable, yeah. And if you really want meat, go and eat real meat, not this disgusting stuff that they say. Go and find someone that does it the old way.
I mean, I am enjoying my meat until I can no longer get it.
Well, there's a bit of a transition between meat and not, and I found it falls in the stomach, because meat's very heavy, and if you stop eating meat, you'll eat like 3 times the amount of vegetables to try and make up for that. Yeah, so the idea is to shrink your meat portions over a period of time, slowly, and slowly transgress. We knew a lady when we were younger. Her family were wealthy, but they'd never let her have meat. The rest of her family were allowed to have meat, but she wasn't. I don't know why, though. I don't know the details. This is just what she told us. So when she grew up and left home and had her own job and her own stuff, she started eating meat, and she got really, really, really sick. That she had to stop eating meat again. And she realised that her family actually did her a favour by not eating the meat. And she was a beautiful woman. In her elderly age, she still looked really young and everything. So, yeah. So if you're going to give up meat, don't give it up dead cold like anything like that. Slowly start shrinking your portions and shrinking your variety of meat. So if you eat all different meats, because there's dried deli meats to steak and all that, right? If you eat all the meats, just start cutting down on everything, smaller portions, smaller portions, smaller portions, smaller portions, until you don't have it anymore, and replace it with all the beautiful vegetables and fruit that we have, and all the rest of it. There's lentils, there's a whole myriad of food.
Oh yeah, cooking with nuts, it gives that nuttiness. Well, not a nuttiness, but I should say definitely enhances the flavor, but it also has that texture of meat.
Yep. But that's what I'm saying. If you're going to give it up, why go for something that's like it? Just give it up. But each their own. Some bodies are geared for it and some aren't. We're all different. You do have to find out what's for you and what's the best thing for you to do. But don't be afraid to try something. Go a day without meat and see how you feel. You'll be, like I said, you will get hungry because you're used to the heaviness. But
Yeah, I was having a yarn with a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago about peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And how it seems like everybody nowadays has more peanut allergies than ever. And then we got to talking, and we broke it down, and everything that I could think of, everything that he could think of, all came back to GMO. The peanuts must be GMO.
Yeah, that too. Plus, their bodies are probably full of other chemicals and stuff. And their tolerance is high now, so a little bit of that just put them over the top. Because when I was young, hardly anyone would have peanut allergies, and I noticed it increase.
Yeah, same here. I mean,
Basically, it's about when people say look at your diet, and they should use another word, because you've got to look at everything you put in and on your body.
True.
And people go, oh, but it's only got a little bit. Yeah, but if you put a little bit of this with a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you've got, all of a sudden you haven't got a little bit, you've got a big chunk of all this different stuff.
Yeah.
So and what you put in your mouth, and it's what you drink also, not just what you eat. So you got to look at everything and tailor it for your needs. And if it's not working, jump out of the box, have a look what's going around, try what works for you. And keep trying it until you find it. And you will find it. Listen to your body, it'll tell you. I don't like that. It fires up, my body fires up when I have that. Oh, my body's calm and happy and I've got more energy when I have that. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Like on them shows we did, Jules, the food and the flowers and all that. These days we don't even really know what food's what.
True.
You know? especially in the future, we'll be eating a bar and go, what's that? I don't know. It looks like it's got nuts on it. And then when you read the packet, it's like, no, it's got ants.
Stay away from those green wafers.
Yeah.
And you know that they're remaking that?
They're remaking it.
They're remaking it.
Oh, my. That shows you their creativity set. They run out of ideas.
So, I mean, if they're remaking it and it takes place in 2022, are they going
right.
to show us what it's going to be like in the future?
No. I'm not eating no wafers, man.
Me neither.
Them witchetty grubs are looking good.
I'm thinking I might find me a leather bag or something.
Oh dear. And you know what makes me laugh, Jules? Like when you go back to settlement days here and the invasion days, right? When the new fellas come and they see what the natives eat and they go, look what they're eating. And here we are all the way in the future and we're going, look what they're eating.
In the future, you know how in all those science fiction movies where it's futuristic and they're like, this is what you eat, this is your meal, and they open up the pan and there's a pill. That pill is looking more appetizing than eating bugs. Just saying.
True. And you know what it brings to mind? You know, the little grey aliens, which I've never seen one, by the way, and I don't really want to, but they've got very small mouths because they reckon that's what will happen. Our mouths will disappear because we're just eating little pills and we don't need to chew anymore. No, that's not.
Yeah, I mean, and then with that statement, I kind of wonder, all these people that speculate that the Greys are us in the future, well, if they have the small mouths, does it start by eating bugs?
Yeah. Grey because we don't go outside anymore because everything's technology.
Yeah, and our eyes are bigger because we're constantly looking at screens.
Yeah, and our body shrinks because we don't need it and our head gets bigger. Oh, look, I'm going the right colour, Jules. But yeah, because I've actually looked at the Greys, right, and sussed it out, and every time I feel it's like they're not real. And I truly feel they're the manufactured beings. They're like little robots slash
the
whole version of us.
Yeah, I think they work for they're the hive mind of whatever. They work for something else.
Wouldn't it be funny at the end of all this if we find out that it's just the government scientists that made all these creatures up, except for some of them, because some of them are real, but some of them are byproducts of the laboratory. And wouldn't it be funny if we found out, there was the humans the whole time?
Well, I mean, the more I look into things and the more philosophical I get and the more I ponder, I wonder how much we are the aliens.
Oh, definitely that. We're not made for this planet.
No,
because
we come from those stars.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, others might come from different star patterns, but we come from stars.
And also too, because this is how I think we're here in this world. Now, this world is a physical, right? Tangible stuff. All right. Perhaps we're the only world that is actually tangible like this. To get to the other worlds, it's not a matter of building a ship. It's a matter of getting there a different way. Because I've always said extraterrestrial means extra land. It doesn't mean space.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So.
But it's those places in between dimensions.
Mm-hmm. And if we can see a spirit and it's real, then it's a real place, right? It's just not real like that kind of real. The density is different. This is a very dense place.
Yes.
Yeah. And I kind of like to say gravity is more density than gravity.
Yeah, I mean, definitely this density, this 3D density that we're in right now, it's low. It's super low.
It's heavy. It's heavy at the moment. But we're buoyant. We'll be right.
Hmm.
We're still here. We've been here for a long time, and we're still here. Even when they reckon everything got destroyed, we're still here. We're
Yep.
still here.
And some of us were here even before we were here.
Exactly.
I don't know how else to say that.
Real cryptic now, hey? Let's crypto. That's some cryptic stuff.
I'm trying not to like get like I don't want to get in tight with that with the AI over at YT.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful what you say. This is cryptic. Because you can still say things without actually saying them, like someone let all the wild monkeys out of the zoo here, and we've got more wild monkeys running around. I haven't actually seen one, but that's what they reckon. And they're biting people, making them sick. So you can say it in a different way. Yeah, that's funny. In code. Well, the whole time I've been sitting here, I've got a little kitten at my back door, and it's not mine. And
Oh.
yeah. And I don't want to tempt it. It is so cute. Meow, meow. You probably
I
hear it.
know cute kittens have a way of doing that.
Yeah. The cats have got it worked out. They got this, what would you call it, a love germ. It's like a love germ, and you look at them and you go near them, and that love germ gets you, and then instantly you go, oh, look how cute they are. Next thing you want to pick them up and cuddle them. And then someone else will walk over and they'll catch that same germ and they'll want to pick up and cuddle them. And
No,
so on.
I'm thinking the world needs a love germ.
It does. Let's get it. Come on, there's a challenge. Everyone spiritually cook it up in your laboratory and make some love germs. Spread them out there. We'll all breathe them in, and we'll be all in this euphoric energy. Yeah. Why not? All things are possible. This place is like, I don't know if you ever watched a cartoon, anime, or a movie where they go into a realm and everything they imagine becomes real. That's actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we imagine becomes real. The reason it's kind of like it is because everyone imagined it.
Yeah, well, we are creators. We manifest our own reality.
Yeah, that's it. What are we manifesting? Come on, everyone. What are we really manifesting? It's not all good, is it? But that's where the responsibility of your creative being falls upon you. What are you creating?
Mm-hmm.
And then look at what are we creating to contribute to that big pot. And when you look at it like that, a lot of us will stand there and go, look at them, they're creating all this stuff. We can't do much about what other people are creating. We can only create what's ourselves. That's why if you make it good and a beauty and kick ass, it'll outweigh what they're making. And it's not always, oh, look, I've got this beaut thing because I had the money and the technology to make it. And you think that now I've got all the power because I have that. It's not a matter of that. It's still energy.
True.
And in the other hand, it's going, oh, look what I got. I got all this love here. You can't actually see it, can you? But you can feel it. And it outweighs the technological thing. You know what I mean? It's a lot more.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. It's just a matter of thinking it. They want us to think this way. I'm telling you, everything they're doing, you've got to think like that. Don't free your mind, man. Think the way you want to think. Think in a beautiful, healthy, loving, healing way. And it'll start from within you. I can't express that enough because it's real. Because it's so real, it is all of our duty and responsibility to use your gifts wisely, create beautiful things. And with that laughter thing, going back to that, how many times in jest have people said something laughing as a joke and it's come true? That's because they've coupled that powerful energy of laughter with their thought and their creative energy, and they've manifested it. And that's an instant. But usually instant, yeah, because it's so powerful. So that'll give you an idea of how it's working. And it's up to you whether you use it for the good or the bad.
Yeah.
I have no control over that. That's really up to you. And I think we've had enough of the other shit. We all want a better life. So, yeah. So if you want to manifest something, laugh about it and talk. Like, hey, Jules, I got a camper van, going to travel all around Australia, then jump in a plane, come over there, get a camper van, travel all around America. I'm not laughing enough, but you get the idea.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be funny if next week I found myself in America? Ha, ha, ha. Kind of like that. That would be funny, and if it actually happens, you'll be the first one to know.
Yep, and it would be funny if I spent my half birthday in Australia next week.
Yeah, all of a sudden I get a knock on the door, and Jules is like, "Ta-da, I'm here." I'm like, "Hey!" But it happens. It can happen. And all you got to do is think about those times you were joking around and said something, and it actually happened. And we've all had it more than once in our life.
I mean, it's like going to one of those office parties and the gag gift. Everybody knows it's there. Everybody knows it, but when it comes to you, you're laughing because you know you're going to get it. And as soon as you open it up, you got it.
I've got to tell you something funny about one of them games. This is the most hilarious thing. So where I was working once, we had the end of the year Christmas party. And they had this game. Everyone takes a present, and it doesn't have to be the best present. Some people took really cool presents, and other people took really crappy things like old magazines and that, right? So comes the day I got to go. I forgot to get a present. So I'm rummaging around my house, and you know them dolls that you sit down, they got the wobbly heads? Yeah, it was one of them. I needed it. It was about this big, and it was of a lady with black hair, and it was cut to here, black hair, and she kind of had a shirt on. And I don't know who it was, but it was just this little lady figure with a bobbly head, and the head was over exaggerated. And I thought, yeah, that'll do. It's a funny gift, and it's in the parameters of what we're doing. So I took it to the party, and you put all the presents on the table. And I forget how we had to go. Every person had to go. But when it was your turn, you didn't always have to get a present off the table. You can get a present off someone who already had a present in exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you got the crappy magazines and someone's got a nice ornament, instead of picking from the table, you can exchange, and that's how the game went. All right. So this is what's happening. We're in the game, and we're right near the end, and the bobbly head toy was still there. So someone else got it, and we're right near the end, and someone wanted to swap it with another lady. She had this U-Butte white graze thing that was really nice, and the other person had the bobbly head. Now the funny part is that when they did this and they demanded the nice vase and gave this lady the thing with the bobbly head, everyone had to hold up what they ended up with at the end of the game. And the lady who had the little lady with the bobbly head looked exactly like the bobbly head lady. And everyone in the room just fell on the floor laughing. And I'm looking at this lady and I'm thinking, that's my fault because I bought the bobbly head thing and it looks exactly like you. It was totally unintentional. And the fact that we're all laughing at you now because you look at it, I didn't know whether that was funny or embarrassing. And I sort of slid underneath the table in laughter. It was the funniest thing ever. She looked exactly like the bobbly head thing. She had the same haircut, the same clothes and everything. It was totally accidental. Upstairs lined it up, but boy, it was funny. Talking about the Christmas toy. You know, get that poor lady. If you're listening, lady, I'm sorry. But it was funny.
Can you believe we've been almost an hour and a half?
It has, and nature's calling on me.
Yeah, so why don't we end it here? Because it's a school night for me, and I do have work tomorrow.
Yep, and it's Monday here for me, and I'm supposed to have done all this other stuff. But that's okay. Well, that's been a good yarn.
Yeah, it has. I mean, for just something that just popped up,
Yep.
just too many synchronicities not to compound and share the vibe with everybody else. So if you're watching this in the future, thank you for sticking through and listening to us. And if nobody has told you today, you are loved.
Yeah.
So, got anything going on this week?
Yeah, got.
Are you doing anything on the interwebs this week?
Yeah, I didn't do a show this weekend. You did one, and I was busy, but I feel it in my bones. I'll probably get some idea in my head and throw some.
You got it. So, we're going to be on your channel Friday night.
Hopefully,
okay.
I don't, at this point, I don't know, but I can feel something coming.
Sweet. So we'll either be there or we'll be here.
Here and there.
You're home away from home.
Maybe that's what we call it. Here and there with children live. All right then.
There you go.
Have a day, everyone.
Yeah, everybody, thanks for sticking with us. Until next time, farewell.
Yalu.
Bye. Yalu, everybody.